Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, my friend Josh has come in from Roswell Marine to help us with an audio upgrade for our 222 FSH. We are super excited because we've never endorsed an audio brand before. There are tons and tons and tons of choices out there, and we wanted to find somebody that we felt like was kind of like us. Josh says that the original founders still own the company.
Correct.
Am I right?
Correct.
I'm the original founder of JetBoatPilot, and I still own the company, and I like that kind of business. So we partnered with Roswell Marine because we just kind of feel like we're on the same vibe. So today, I want to show you what we're doing. We have a 222 FSH. I wanted to upgrade my boat so I can hear the sound. I didn't want to go crazy, but I wanted to add some additional sound, some towers, a sub, maybe upgrade the speakers that were there. And Roswell has really helped us a lot. We're going to be going through and adding to the website stage 1 kits, stage 2 kits, stage 3 kits. You'll see more of that later. But today I wanted to bring Josh in and kind of explain why Roswell. What are some of the competitive advantages that we're seeing and why they're so awesome for the marine world?
Yeah, the first thing that we always like to point out is we came up with a speaker from the ground up for the marine industry. We didn't take a car audio or a home audio and redesign it to fit in the boat space or the marine space. It's ground up, marine grade product. You'll take our speakers, everything has Deutsch plugs on it, so you keep that 100% waterproof tight, water seal. You don't have any exposed terminals to corrode or fall apart. Another thing I always point out, it's probably hard to see on camera, but all of our leads are woven through the voice coil and not an exposed tensile lead to constantly move as the cone of that speaker's moving. That's where 9 out of 10 speakers get the failure, the fatigue through that. We do, like the standard speakers in here are good speakers. There's nothing wrong with them. They're a 45 watt speaker. Our series is a 65 watt speaker. We have a better tweeter in it where that was a polymer tweeter or plastic tweeter. We have a silt dome tweeter, so you're not going to get that harsh sound that everybody's just like that crackling, that harsh in your ear. It's going to be more of a clean, clear, quality sound. We design everything around sound quality is what we in an open air environment. Not sound quality in a car, but sound quality in an open air environment. That was what we strive for, and that's where we've been with it, and that's how we keep our product going.
You guys are a Florida-based company.
We are.
Right?
We're out about Rockledge, Florida. So we're on the East Coast, kind of between Daytona, Fort Lauderdale area. But that's where we're based out of. That's where we do a lot of our manufacturing out of too, because we make towers and wakeboard boats towers for for some other OEMs and stuff like that.
You'll be seeing a lot more out of Roswell from us. We wanted to connect for years. We finally did it on this boat here. So today, he's going to be installing for our boat. I'm not going to be able to do this because I've got a lot of other things going on, but he's going to be installing in our 222. And when we get done with this install, we're going to come back, we're going to show you how it sounds, how it looks, all those great things. So stick with us. We have lots to show you.
So the first thing that we're going to do on this one is the system here is we can use the existing audio speaker wires there, but we're adding RGB lighting to the speakers. So I will be taking and running RGB wiring throughout the boat, and then of course the power and ground wires for the amps to the console. Get everything pulled to the console, and then we'll start throwing in some audio. So what we've done here, since we're running lighting for the speakers, since if your boat had under deck lighting, you could just tie into that, but we're running all new wiring. So I've got the fish rod ran from the bow to this access point here. We're going to pull the string, pull the wire. There's also a wire chase that runs from here down into the console. So we'll get the wires pulled around from all sides, and then eventually get them into the console so we can hook them to switches or RGB controllers, whatever you choose to use on that end. Thankfully it's not tight in here, and it's an easy pull, so you don't have to be too crazy with it. So yeah, we're able to get the rod from the back speaker forward here as well. There is some foam in the wall. You just kind of have to go over the top of it, and the rod runs pretty easy right across the top. So we'll pull the string back for that one, and then again, work everything to the center of the boat, to the console. So we got all the fish string pulled everywhere for all of our connections. So I'm gonna go ahead and run our first section of RGB wire from the bow. We'll get it to the console, get our wires runs from the top down to the console, and then we'll start kind of putting speakers in and go from there. So we went ahead and pulled the wire from the front to the center. I'm gonna pull the wire from the back to the center, and then we'll get both of them into the console on the one run. That way we're not pulling multiple times. So we got both the wires from the front and the back pulled to the center here. So we're just gonna tape them up and then get them into the console. Once you just have to get it in that wire chase. There's a real small wire chase. So once you get them in it pulls pretty smooth to the center. So here we're getting ready to pull the string down for some more wiring for the top. We're adding, of course, the two back speakers will have RGBs in it. And then we're going to be adding tower speakers as well that'll have RGBs in it. So get this wire down this one leg here. So yeah, we went ahead, put Deutsch ends on the RGB lighting and the speaker leads. So basically everything on our end for the Roswell side, they were just plugged straight in. And other than that, that's it. Mount the speakers in. They're daisy chained together on the RGB side. So we have it ready on the other side too. So we'll mount this speaker and we'll get that one in, and then we can start moving towards the back of the boat. So we'll go ahead and put the other side in. We are on a 222 FSH. I did go ahead and just confirm that in this area you can fit one of our 8s or the 7.7s if you decided you want to go to a larger speaker. Just require cutting out for that speaker access. So what we did, we're again daisy chaining the RGBs on this speaker over here to that side. So we ran across from starboard to port and across the fuel tank, and they'll just access on that side of it. There we go. So we got the rear speakers hooked up, all Deutsch plugs on the rear as well. We'll get them mounted in place. We can start moving on. All right, so we're working on the top now. Got the Deutsch plugs on for the 2 back speakers, working on mounting the Fireflies, which are these are our patented tower speakers in a 6.5, translucent housing on the back and the front, so they both will light up whenever we turn on the lighting, the RGB lighting, so they'll light up on the front and the back. But what we're looking at doing is they're gonna be mounted in place of where the outriggers would go on this boat. So we've got it marked out. We'll then be able just to drop the wire into the top and continue our wiring from there. As far as inside the boat, all the other 4 speakers are in. Wiring's been ran on all that, so really all that's left is finish the top up, run the amp wiring, power and ground from the batteries to the console, and then get ready to put the sub and things like that in. So what we did was went ahead and taped it off, marked it out, drilled the holes, pulled the tape back, and now we're just gonna mount the brackets, and then the towers can actually they'll go into the brackets and hold it in place with subset screws. Just to show you guys, this kit comes with everything you need to wire up an amp, 2 amps. You're gonna have your power wire, you're gonna have a ground wire, your remote signal wire turn on from the head unit to the amplifier. You've got distribution blocks, so you can hook up 1 amp or 2 amps, so ground and a power distribution. That way you can put, this is a ground one, and then you have another one for power, which will have fuse links in it. You've got a couple different RCA cables, depending on what kind of run you need. Fuses, of course, zip ties, mounting hardware, another main fuse coming from the battery to the power wire. Everything's already got ends on it. Again, everything you would need to go ahead and run your power, your ground, to hook up your amp or amps. If you're gonna do multiple amps, we do have distribution blocks available for up to 4 amps. So if you need to do, you're doing 3 or 4. But again, that's just some more products that we offer to make the install easier. So we got the power and ground coming from the battery up to the console where the amp is and everything. So you'll end up going to the battery switch to the power, ground to the battery, and then there'll actually be a fusible link placed on the power closer to the switch. Just got the hole cut out for the sub. We're gonna make sure it fits. A little test fit before we go back in the boat with it. All right, she's in there. Clean this all up, get the tape pulled. Should be ready to go. All right, we just finished cutting the hole out for the sub in the front compartment. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and get the Fireflies mounted up on the top, get the set screw set, the back 2 speakers in, and then we'll go back and mount the sub and get the compartment put back together. Well, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and mount the rear hardtop speakers, get them in place, and then on to the next. So we got the sub mounted. We're gonna work on getting this kick plate back in place. see what kind of room we have behind it for the amp. So we got the 906, we're getting ready to throw it in. Looks like we're gonna mount it right here. All the wiring will be facing the back, that way in the event that somebody is to throw something in the console, there's no chance of hitting any of the wires, short anything out. There is a cover plate, so the risk of that is very minimal, but if they want a hose in here, they're not gonna be spraying directly on any of the terminals. So solid mounting surface, it's not having to mount on a wall or anything like that. So we'll mount it here, run all the wires down the back, we'll get it wired up and then mount it down. All right, guys, we got the 906. It's mounted in here. It's wired up. So what we're going to do is go through the tuning process on this amp. Blue light's on, so we know we got power. Once we get it tuned up, we'll dress all these wires up, mount everything, and wrap this project up.
All right, well, we are done with our installation. Big thanks to Josh.
Nope.
Roswell Marine, he really hooked us up. This installation, what we're calling the Stage 2 audio upgrade kit, took us about a day, what do you think?
Pretty much a day, yeah.
Install. He's really good at what he does, but he had a camera guy kind of slowed him down in some places, so probably about a day to install this. All total, we put in 9 speakers. So we had 6 6.5s.
Yep.
We have a couple of 6.5 cans up in the tower.
Correct.
And we also had a 10-inch subwoofer.
Did 10-inch sub.
We ran a 900-watt amp.
Correct.
Running at 2 ohms.
Yep, everything's
right?
at 2 ohm on this.
Direct integration with the factory Hertz stereo, so we did not have to do anything tricky to make this work with the boat as it was.
No.
I think the only trouble you said you had was just coming down and finding wires in the harness, right?
Yeah, that was really it, just pulling the wires out of the harness, because they did a good job of looming everything.
Yeah.
The wires from the top were easy to find. It was just the actual in-boat speakers wiring. But
so pretty straightforward for most audio install shops to do this. We're going to package it, so basically when you buy it, it's a SKU. It has everything you need. You probably do it yourself if you're handy, or maybe have a repair shop do it. I think this is awesome. We turned it up, we cranked it up, and this thing, it gets down.
Goes down.
It's not competition level by any stretch of the imagination, but if you just don't like the sound at the helm as a driver like I did, I couldn't hear the sound because I'm right back by the motors and the speakers are not right beside me. This puts the sound in my face. I'm a happy camper. So, dude,
yes,
thank
sir.
you
No, thank
for
you,
the hookup.
guys. Now we're looking forward to it.
This is going to be awesome. Let's jump up inside the boat real quick. I want to show you guys some of the lights and stuff real quick. Come on. So what's really cool is all of these speakers came with the lights integrated, and we don't have that controller on board right now, so I just had them all done blue to match my underwater lights. But if you notice, even down low, we've got our subwoofer here. It's got the integrated light. Our can speakers, there's an accessory switch on the dash. I'm able to toggle that off. That turns the lights off, but if I turn it back on, now I've got my lights on my cans here. So all around the boat, they're all lit up. Really, really cool. Really digging that a lot. Again, we are super pumped to be partnered now with Roswell. They make excellent quality products. They are still owned by the original founders.
Correct.
I'm not a big fan of massive corporate entities. I like people that know their business, that are about innovation, and that was one of the things I really liked about when you told me that earlier.
Yeah.
That really made us a big fan. One more thing before we go get out of this video here. We talked earlier about those tinsel leads.
Correct.
So you were saying that in high-end car audio, those speakers come with the lead is woven into the coil.
You'll see it on higher end audio, higher end home audio, higher end car audio, marine audio. We're the only ones that I'm aware of that are doing it, and we've done it from day one on our audio.
So it sounds like on traditional stereo speakers, because those tinsel leads are not woven into the coil, they're just a separate set of wires. They're soldered in place. Those things fail because they're constantly pulsating. So with a Roswell speaker, you're going to have longer life,
Correct.
more reliability. So I thought that was huge. I also love the fact that all the wire harnesses coming off of the speakers are Deutsch connector. That's made for water use.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
people can advertise that they're made for the water, but that to me says you are definitely made for the water.
we engineered ours from the ground up to be a marine speaker. It was never anything taken from some other application and converted.
Yeah.
It's 100% marine grade, and we test this stuff forever.
Yeah.
Salt water doesn't affect it. I mean, we put it through the test. I mean, and it holds up.
Well, we are super, again, thanks for hooking us up. It sounds awesome. If you've got questions at all about Roswell sound systems and stereo components, hit me up, comment below. You can find us anywhere. If you like what we're doing here at JetBoatPilot, do us a favor, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That helps us a ton. And if you like this video, check this one out.